Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the HockeyScape podcast, episode 4. A very special guest who just came off the biggest highlight of his junior hockey career, a 2022 Alberta Junior Hockey League champion, a Centennial Cup champion, defenseman of the year in the Canadian Junior Hockey League, as well as the Alberta Junior Hockey League. Please welcome Merrimack commit and defenseman for the Brooks Bandits, Zach Bookman.
Thanks for having me. Excited to get on and have a good chat.
Absolutely. So you're from Syracuse, New York. Just talk about growing up playing hockey down there.
Yeah, it's a pretty small city. It's right in central New York. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely quite a few good players who's come out of here. Recently, Alex Tuck, Joel Farabee, Thomas Harley. So there's definitely some good players here, and yeah, I think it's a pretty good community, pretty good hockey community, and we're pretty tight knit, and we produce some pretty good players.
Now, growing up, did you ever hear of the Alberta Junior Hockey League, or how did it kind of come into your mind to ever go out there?
No, I never heard of it growing up. When I got older and junior was a possibility. I started looking around, and you know Kale McCarr, the Brooks Bandits, came up from my prep school coach because he wanted to give me some options. USHL, BCHL, all these different options, and he mentioned Brooks, and he had a pretty good relationship with them. So they reached out, and we came to an agreement, and I, signed the papers, and I was off to Brooks. So it was pretty fast. It was pretty quick process, but I think I made the right choice.
Now, talk about arriving in Brooks for the first time. What were your first thoughts of Alberta in general?
Yeah, it's a lot different than New York and the city life, but it's different, and different's good. So it was definitely a lot more I guess farmland and a little bit more spread out. But no, I love my time at Brooks, and it was great.
Now, take us through your first year there. Obviously, it was kind of cut short a little bit, not having really a full season. So, just kind of talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it was definitely a struggle for sure. Just coming to the rink every day, not knowing kind of what the plan is, and every weekend not knowing if we were going to play. So definitely mentally, it was a battle for all of us. Just the uncertainty and the you know not knowing what was for sure. But I thought the guys handled it well. We came to rink every day with a positive attitude, and I thought we got the most out of what last year was. So
Now, we'll get right into this year, and we'll probably spend a lot of us talking about that. But just take us through
yeah,
getting back to Brooks and what the whole atmosphere around the room was. When did you guys kind of know you could go on the run like you did?
yeah. I think we knew even from last year. We had a good portion of the team returning, and we're all pretty good players. So, and we all we're gonna get increase of ice, and we're all gonna have a bigger role in the team than we did last year. So we assumed that we'd be good, but you know when other pieces step up in the lineup, when other rookies and other players that are not supposed to step up play well, it just makes the team that much deeper. So I think our depth and our bottom six, our bottom pair D are just as good as everyone else. So it's made our team so much deeper, and that's why we can put up so many goals, because everyone has the matchup and everyone's contributing. So
Now, talk about your season in general, putting up 102 points in the regular season. And that's a record for Brooks, I'm pretty sure. So just talk about the year you had as a player.
yeah, yeah, I definitely had a pretty good year. I I came into it. I was behind Corson Kuhlman's last year, but I knew I'd be the top guy this year. So I definitely increased my level of play, and just knowing that the guys and the coach depend on me to not only put up points, but just be the guy back there. But yeah, I guess from November to January, I had a really good run in points, and I wasn't really even thinking about that. And our power play it's so lethal with even the guys you talked to already, TJ Hughes, McAllister, Philly, and even Belge net front. Like we were just so composed. We were so together, connected. So definitely a lot of the points go to power play, and just the way we play offensively. It leads right into my game. Pep sets me up a lot. A lot of offensive face-offs that we do are for the D or for me. So definitely I was put in a good position to succeed by the coaches and my teammates. So I can't thank them enough.
Here's a tweet I'll read for the fans. Ryan McAllister, TJ Hughes, Zach Bookman, and Devin Phillips 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the AJHL scoring this year. How absurd is it to hear that?
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Just you never see that in any hockey league. Even I really don't know, but yeah, it's crazy. I mean, but yeah, I think it just goes to how well we're coached and how well we play as a unit, and how well those guys play as a line, because those guys score at least 2 to 3 times a game, 5-on-5. Then when you add the power play together, one of those guys is usually putting the puck in the net. So I mean, those guys have put in time here in Brooks. They've been there for 3 years. They've had their ups and downs. So definitely it was great for those guys to succeed and put up those points, and I'm happy I was right there with them. So
now talk about the coaches you have there in Brooks and how they kind of help you guys every single day.
Yeah, it all starts with Coach Papuano. I mean, he's the best in the business. He's developed so many players. He's a great guy on and off the ice. He likes to joke around with the guys in the locker room, and so yeah, he's a great coach, and can't thank him enough. And the D coach Taylor Macon, he's a great guy as well. He played in the WHL in his day. He's got experience. He knows what it takes. So he's definitely a good guy if you're struggling, having a tough couple of games, he's a good guy to go talk to. He's always there to talk to you. And Evan McFeeters, he was our forward and power play coach, just left to go to Sherwood Park, but he was a great coach as well. He was the mastermind to the power play, so he helped us. He made those plays for us. He broke down the penalty kill and stuff like that. So those 3 were perfect. They helped us a lot, and we obviously gave back to them. So it was a good year.
Now talk about heading into Centennial Cup, having the success you guys did, winning the JHL. What was that feeling like?
It was good. I mean, the guys were really confident. We were excited. I don't think it really mattered who we played when we were going there. We just knew we had that confidence, and because Spruce Grove is a really good team themselves. I mean, they're probably right behind us and the best team in hockey Canada. So I mean, it was a great beating those guys the way we did, especially because I was out. I had an injury, so I didn't even really play in the final. So even the guys knew when I came back, it would just make us that much better. So all the confidence we had going in was soaring, and I think the tournament found out when we got there that it was our tournament to lose. So
now talk about being awarded the top defenseman in the league, in the AJHL and the CJHL. How much did that kind of mean to you?
Yeah, it was great. Just knowing that all the hard work and all the hours paid off this season, and like I said, I can't do it enough. Can't thank my teammates enough, because without them, it's not possible. And without the coaches for giving me an opportunity to play, it's not possible as well. So thanks to them, and they definitely deserve the credit as well.
Now, take us through playing in Brooks. What are your facilities like, and how top notch are they?
Oh, they're like I said, they're the best in the business. The rink is, you've seen it, everyone's seen it. It's a great facility, especially in junior to have. It'd be a great facility even have in college, but it's definitely a great place to call home, and the locker room's great as well. I mean, we're just spoiled down there. We have a great gym, great town. It's just, it's everything a junior player would want put in a one little place. So it's definitely a great place to play your junior hockey.
Now, what's the best and worst road trip in the AJHL?
Probably the best would be an hour north to Drumheller. I don't know if those guys said that, but definitely Drumheller. And probably the worst would have been either Grand Prairie, which is I think around 10 hours, or Fort Mac. But those are those are brutal because we go up there. We're up there for like 3 to 4 days. We're just traveling around Alberta. Those are definitely the worst. That's definitely the worst trip for sure.
Yeah, the boys were saying Fort Mac for sure. Just 10 hours
Yeah.
plus. So obviously you guys got a 10-hour bus trip. What kind of things do you guys do on the bus to pass time for those?
Yeah, some guys sleep. Me and a couple of guys, we usually play cards or something. We usually got movies playing over the bus. So yeah, there's things to do, but mostly guys just relax. You listen to music, play cards, movies, but nothing out of the ordinary. So
Now we'll get into some fun teammate questions before we really dive into Centennial Cup here. Loudest in the dressing room.
Loudest, probably that's a tough. We had a lot of loud guys. Probably Brendan Poshak, number 7. He's an American kid. He's pretty loud. So
Best and worst dresser.
probably Ethan Barwick, our goalie. He's doesn't I think he takes the time, but I don't really think he has the taste of what looks good and what doesn't. So
Now, who would be the best then?
the best, I think Brendan Cannett's up there. He's my stallmate. He's got some pretty good stygums in the rink, so definitely him.
Stinkiest gear in the room.
Probably Max Beckford, our other goalie. His stuff smells terrible. So, and he sweats a lot too, so it makes it even worse. So,
Funniest and least funniest.
Funniest, probably go with Dario Belgio. He's a funny guy, has a lot of stories. And least funniest, we'll probably go Wes Turner. I don't think I laughed at it. So.
Now, best and worst taste in music.
Best taste, Anthony Cipollone for sure. He's got the aux a lot. Great aux.
I'm gonna go with O'Halloran.
All right, so this is gonna be a little sneak preview here of the episode 3 with Brooks. We'll play it through here for your couple of what the boys said.
Gets going, he gets pretty loud, so I'm gonna
go with probably Brendan Cannett. He's got a pretty loud mouth, super funny and stuff, and unbelievable guy, but he's pretty loud. And then obviously Bookie, I'd say Bookie too. I'd say them two. They kind of tag team off each other, and they'll start egging each other on and get each other going. But they're so funny to be around. But yeah, I'd probably say them two.
Yeah, you definitely gotta go with those two, and then I'm gonna go with the dark horse here, boys. I'm gonna go with O'Halloran. When that guy gets going, he gets pretty loud. So I'm gonna I'm gonna throw Ethan O'Halloran in there. One of a kind guy, by the way. He's an absolute beauty. But yeah, I'm gonna go with those three.
Yeah, I think I got a little mix of both. Just I kind of sit beside a little corner between me, Sip Loan to my right, and then Bookie and Canet. So the three of those guys, it's hilarious to watch them bounce off each other. And then with what Phil said, O'Halloran, and then O'Halloran's got his main man Bears, and those two of them they go at it. It's really funny to watch, and yeah, they're super loud when they go at it.
Best and worst dresser on the team.
I'm gonna go best dresser. Oh, we have a couple. I think Philly and Cali. They get ready pretty well, and they look.
Oh, no way.
Worst dresser. I think Nick DeGraves has some fun outfits sometimes. Probably go with him. And yeah, I think Lundy likes to take pride in his outfits as well. He looks pretty good a lot. Noah Hackett looks good. Yeah, most of the boys look pretty good, but I'm gonna go with Nick DeGraves.
Yeah, the best I'd probably say Brendan Canet. He's got some pretty interesting attire that he wears to games. He's got a nice cowboy hat he wears, and worst dressed, I'm either gonna go with Ethan Barwick. He wears some pretty funky suits to the games, or definitely Nick DeGraves. He's got awful stuff in the rink. He's got some pretty interesting clothes that he wears, so I'm definitely gonna go with him as well.
Yeah, for me, it's we're talking off ice. I think Brennan Canet, and yeah, he's got great style off the ice, and I think I'm close there with him. Me and him, we like to wear the same clothes, but yeah, definitely off the ice. I'm gonna say Nick DeGraves has the worst style, but if you're showing up to a game in a suit, I'd say Lundy's got some really good style with a suit, but I think worst with the suit is Barwick or O'Halloran again. So.
Yeah.
Stinkiest you in the room.
I'm gonna probably go Ethan Barwick for that one. I remember, and he'll probably remember. He came and gave me a hug one time after practice, and I was like, "Oh my God, Bars, like you stink." So I'm probably gonna go with Bars.
This is the easiest question by far. It's Brendan Mayers. That guy doesn't wash his socks ever, and I sit next to him in the room, so he's definitely the smelliest guy in there.
For me, I'm gonna say Max Beckford. Actually, that guy probably sweats more than anybody I've ever seen. So if you try to give that guy a hug after a practice or a workout, it's almost like he jumped in the pool. So I'm gonna say Max Beckford for sure.
All right.
That's funny.
We'll sneak peek episode 3, which will be coming out soon. So, I'll give you a chance quickly here to defend being the loudest guy in the room. Can you back that up a little bit, or is that actually true?
No, it's probably true. Yeah, me and Kenny are good buddies, and we like chirping each other, like chirping other guys. So yeah, we definitely get carried away sometimes, like TJ was saying. But yeah, it's all in good nature. We all have fun, and yeah, I think that's why I think we're so good, because we're so loose and we're so tight, and we're such a tight group. And I want to definitely miss the group and definitely miss the guys for sure.
Now, as you saw there, Philly was out on the golf course. Is that kind of par with him? Is that something he would kind of do?
Yeah, it's just Philly. That's just it's he loves golf. He probably puts it over everything. So I mean, he'd probably take a job interview on the golf course just knowing him, and who knows? But he's good at golf though. I think he's a scratch player. He's pretty legit. So maybe after his playing days are over, he'll pursue golf. But we'll see.
Yeah,
he's funny.
He was telling us that he was shooting even, so I don't know what he finished up with in his round there, but to be on a Zoom call and golf at the same time and still shoot evens, pretty good. But we'll get into Centennial Cup here. Just take us through the day you guys leave up until the finals, what it kind of looked like, and what was the whole experience like for you as a player?
Yeah, it was a good experience. We left. We stopped in Regina and got some food, and we got right to Estevan. Moved our stuff in. Got to the hotel. It was good. It was business like. We didn't really do much outside of going to the rink, getting our food, and getting our rest. So it was pretty much like that. Couple couple times on our off day, we played mini golf once. Went for a couple team walks, but the message was we're not there on vacation. Some teams were doing whatever. They weren't really taking it as serious as us, I don't think. But Coach Pap was really hard on us. Just take this 10 to 12 days seriously, and then the summer's yours. So it was really a hard 2 weeks, as we didn't really do much, just hockey and sleep. But it was definitely rewarding on that last day when we finally raised the trophy over our heads. All the work all year was worth it, and we were definitely excited for sure. But it was a great 2 weeks. Estevan put on a great job, and can't thank them enough. It was a great atmosphere for sure.
Now, take us through the round robin. You guys, not to say take it easily there, but had some pretty big wins. How much did that kind of help your confidence heading into semis and then the finals?
No, it did. We played some pretty good teams, and the Quebec team was, they probably gave us the toughest challenge in a round robin. They compete hard. They have some good skilled players. But yeah, I mean, we played through a round robin. I came back for game 3 and 4, and those were probably the biggest games in the round robin. So we took care of business. Then we ended up playing 2 of the teams we played already. So when we found out we played the Quebec team in the semis, it just gave us that much more confidence, just knowing that we did it. We've played them, we've seen them, and we just got to go out there and play our game. We took care of business there, and then got Pickering in the final, and we played them against. Like I said, we played them already, so we were confident just to start, and carried over and had a rough little start there in the first, second, but in the third we broke through, and it was exciting for sure.
Now, take us through championship game against Pickering. You guys are down 1-0 going into the third period. What was Coach Pap saying in the dressing room heading into that third?
He wasn't overly worried at all. He just, I think the overall message was we just gotta keep playing. We gotta get more traffic in front. I don't know if you watched, but we were playing a lot on the perimeter. Didn't really get a lot of high quality chances. I know we had a couple cross markable posts, but we weren't getting the chances that we wanted to get just because they were playing so passive. We were playing passive as well. So I think in that third period, we got bodies to the net. We played quicker, and our quickness and our tenacity finally got us a couple goals. And then Philly on the stretch pass was a great play, good catch by him, went in and scored. And after we got that lead, it was over. We shut them down. We put a couple more in, and yeah, definitely that third period was the way we wanted to play the whole game. But sometimes it doesn't work like that. So
now, heading into that third period, obviously down nothing, but having only faced 3 shots, what did you guys kind of think of that going into the third period, knowing that your goalie hadn't faced that many shots?
Yeah, Bars is used to it. Bars is it's hard, like you said. It's hard for a goalie to stay locked in when you face 5 shots and you've let one in, and he kind of already felt bad to start. So, but it's a testament to him and, his character and his work ethic just to stay mentally locked in, because he did make a couple big saves in the third period when we did take the lead. So for him to stay mentally locked in, it was a great job by Barwick. He's a good goalie. He's got a good future. So he definitely earns more credit than he gets. But I think he'll get that next year when he probably carries the team to some more wins. So
now we're gonna play the clip here of Fink scores the goal. Let's start with that, and you guys tie the game up. Just talk about the energy on the bench when that happens.
Okay.
So here, actually, we'll go to this clip here. This is 14 seconds after you guys have tied the game up. Just take us through this clip here.
Yeah, grabbed at my D zone, made a little play on that forechecker. And then I took a couple steps up and I saw Philly just out of the corner of my eye, just wouldn't say wide open, but he was skating behind their D, and we haven't seen that look all the whole game because they were kind of playing a trap. So it was crazy to see that, just because the way they were playing was so passive. So I threw it. I couldn't throw it on the ice because the D stick was there. So I threw it kind of like a lofter right in the air. Philly caught it, went down the breakaway and made a nice move, put it in, and then kind of hurt himself a little bit, but he was all right. But it was great just scoring that quick after tying the game. Just the relief that I think the boys felt when we scored that second goal was definitely a lot. So it was a big goal, definitely big goal.
Now, as I kind of mentioned at the start, one of the biggest accomplishments, I'd say, and you probably could agree, of your junior career, obviously winning the AJ and then winning the Centennial Cup. So here's the final few seconds. Just take us through what's going through your head right here.
Here in Estevan, and after waiting for 2 long years without this championship,
it's just a good feel. It's a great feeling. All your brothers, all the guys you worked with the whole season, finally paying off, and it's a lot of guys get the same feeling when they win. It's just all the emotions, all the dedication, all the time just pours out, and it's one of the best feelings you can probably ever get. So it was a great day. It was a great game. It was a great moment.
Now, take us through the moment you committed to Merrimack and when you kind of knew that was the school you wanted to go to after junior hockey.
Yeah, so I committed to Merrimack before I even went to Brooks. That was my prep school days. I was about 17. I was playing with my Rochester team, which is like split season. And Merrimack was watching me all summer, especially Dan Jewell. He's the coach that recruited me. He watched me a lot. And then a couple other schools started pursuing me, and Merrimack pulled the offer and couldn't say no. So I definitely, owe Merrimack a lot of credit. They saw the potential in me before anyone did. So I definitely can't thank them enough for giving me an opportunity to play, and can't wait to play this fall with them. So
now talk about what your expectations going into Merrimack kind of are, and what fans in Merrimack can expect from you.
No, yeah, I expect to go in to be an impact player. That's why I told the coaches. That's why I wanted to play another year of junior, just to get more experience, just so when I go into college, I can be an impact player right away and go in there and produce and play well. So yeah, I'm going to get the opportunity to do that this year with a couple of the D leaving, and there's definitely room for guys to play. So I'm gonna go in there and my ice and make the most of what I get, and mostly just work hard and see where that brings me, and hopefully that leads to the victories as well.
Now, obviously, you're ranked in Central Scouting for the upcoming draft this year. How much did that kind of impact what you were bringing to the ice every day?
Yeah. When Coach Pap told me that in about January that I was on that, it just, I think, elevated my game even more. Just knowing that people are liking what I'm doing, and just liking what I'm bringing to the game, and just pretty much it gave me the confidence. It gave me even more confidence that what I'm doing is good, and gotta ramp it up. I gotta play even better now. So it definitely gave me the motivation and confidence to keep playing my game and do that even better. So it definitely helped me a lot this season, just knowing that I was on there and people were recognizing that. So
now, here before we wrap up, I'm going to give you a chance to thank some people in Brooks for your time there. So the floor is yours now.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people to thank. I thanked all the coaches before. Couldn't do it without them, and to my teammates, and even Philly, TJ, and Callie. You guys are great. Made my 2 years in Brooks special, and I'll definitely miss you guys. I'll definitely miss the organization for sure, and my billet family can't thank them enough as well. Taking me in probably wasn't easy. I'm not the easiest guy to take care of, so thanks to Donaldson's a lot. They put up with me and gave me a home, so they were great. And just the town of Brooks, all the support by the fans in Brooks, and just the people there. It's a great town. It's a great little place there, and the people care about the Bandits. That's what they got, and they absolutely love the winning, and they love the team and the atmosphere. So it's I'm definitely gonna miss my time there, but I'll be back. I'll make my visits back because it's such a special place, and I called it home for 2 years, so it's definitely a great place to call home.
Now, before we wrap up, who's your prediction to win the Stanley Cup?
It's got to be, I think Colorado. I think they're gonna win, but like game one was so intense and so crazy. It can go either way, but I think Colorado's got what it takes. But if Vasilevsky stands on his head, who knows? But definitely, I hope Colorado wins for Cal. So that'd be great for them.
On behalf of the listeners, Zach, I'd like to thank you for hopping on here today. It was a pleasure chatting about your time in Brooks and your hockey career a little bit. Wish you the absolute best at Merrimack next year, and we'll definitely be watching for you to get drafted at the NHL this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was definitely fun. So.